Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. In this video, we're going to be starting off with chapter 17. We're on the last two chapters of the Gita. These are probably longer chapters. I haven't seen how long 17 is. I think they're both long. At least 18 is long. So yeah, we're almost done. We're in the last few sections of it, and we're going to be done. I think by this with this whole thing by end of January or something like that. And it's right now November. 18, so yeah, not that much more time. um, this has been a 2-year project almost. Like it's 700 verses, one verse each day. I've missed a lot of days, but I've caught up, or I'm still in the process of catching up right now, actually. But yeah, it's been excellent. It's been really, really excellent. And okay, Vraj Bihari Prabhu was talking about how Krishna helps us in three different ways. One is he arranges things for us. So when we have things that happen around us that we didn't want, we didn't expect or think of or plan, that's him arranging things for us. He allows us to do things, like if we know that if we eat this thing we're going to have this reaction, but we eat it and we don't get that reaction, that's allowing us to do it. And he advises us when we have that intuitive feeling like you should do this. I had this very strong intuitive feeling that I need to do this with these videos, one video a day, because that will keep me going. If I had decided to just do this on my own and study one verse of Gita on my own a day, I wouldn't have been able to sustain it. I wouldn't have been able to do it for 2 years, especially. And at that time, right now, I'm making a lot of commitments in my life, but at that time, I was not making any commitment in my life. I was very deathly afraid of making commitments because I was like, I'm not going to be able to fulfill them. But because I got this guidance, I was able to make that commitment. And because I made this commitment and I followed through with this commitment, I was able to make other commitments as well in my life. And right now, I have so many commitments in my life that it's just completely different from what it was 2 years ago. I have grown like mad, not just in terms of the spiritual world, I mean, that too, but I mean, just in terms of my inner strength, I have grown because this was the project that started it all. So yeah, whenever you have this guidance from Bhagwan Shri Krishna, you should do this or you should do that, then that is Krishna advising you and guiding you. And sometimes many times I don't listen. I feel this guidance, don't do this, but it's so subtle. I'm not able to fully catch it, and I'm not able to implement it. And when I do implement it, it goes south, and I'm like, uh-oh, I should have listened. So yeah, Krishna really, really helps us, really guides us. So these are the three ways Raj Bihari Prabhu had mentioned in his journaling workshop that I mentioned in 1623. If you want the links, they are there in the video of 1623. Okay, so let's call out to Bhagwan Shri Krishna and ask him to help us understand this verse. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, please help us begin this chapter off on a note where we can understand what you're saying and we can actually feel what you're saying and make progress and come closer to you, because that's the ultimate goal. That's all we want, is to come closer to you. Please help us. Okay, so let us sing the verse together. Arjuna Uvacha Ye Shastravidhimutsrajya Yajante Yadhayanvitah Tesham Nishtatu Ka Krishna Sattva Mahorajastamaha. Now Arjun is asking, so in the previous chapter, Bhagwan Shri Krishna had said that those who don't follow the injunctions given in the scriptures, which is the vidhi, what you should do, and nishedh, what you should not do, those who do not follow those injunctions will not attain me, will not attain perfection. So now Arjun is asking, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of scripture but worship according to their own imagination? Are they in goodness, passion, or ignorance? So if a person is doing their own prayer towards demigods and they're not prayers we should do on our own, but if they're not following the injunctions of the scripture, but they're doing something, then what are they? Where are they going to be? So do they attain the perfection of life? Do they get real knowledge or elevate themselves? Um, Arjun is putting these questions. So that's the thing. Yeah. Okay, so let's read Bhaktivinoda Thakur because I didn't read it in the last verse. Hearing this, Arjun said, "O Krishna, I have one doubt. You said in 439 that only persons possessing Shraddha achieve this knowledge. Again, you said that one who abandons the injunctions of the Shastras, act according to his own desires, never attain perfection, happiness, or supreme destination. Now the question is, if one's Shraddha is opposed to Shastra, then what happens?" Oh, I love this, the way he has explained it. So if my faith is not exactly what Shastras have written, then what happens? And I feel that all the time. Sometimes my faith is on things that Shastras are against Shastras. And it's like, okay, I am not 100% understanding all or believing all the Shastras, right? Does a person who possesses such Shraddha achieve the results of a purified consciousness by being situated in the Gyan Yoga or not? Therefore, please tell me clearly, can the devotion of those who reject the injunctions of Shastra take refuge in such Shraddha? Can they be called sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic? Okay, wonderful. I'm so glad that I have this resource on of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and understanding his words. Usually he confuses me way more than helps me. He goes and he's such difficult language that I don't even understand. But this one actually helped clarify the question. So that was wonderful. Okay, so that's it for this video. We'll do chapter 17, verse 2 in the next video. Wish you a day filled with lots and lots of Krishna's mercy and grace. Radhe Radhe.